Alright, so 2026 is the year. You've decided, it's time to finally build your smart home. But then you go online, and, whoa! It's a tidal wave of jargon, right? Matter, Thread, Zigbee, hubs, ecosystems. Suddenly, it feels like you need an engineering degree just to pick out a light bulb. You're worried about blowing hundreds of dollars on cool-looking gadgets that refuse to talk to each other, leaving you with a home that's more frustrating than futuristic. Well, here's the good news. You can ignore 99% of that noise. To get started and build a genuinely smart, reliable home, you only need to make one critical decision up front and buy two specific types of devices. In this video, I'm going to cut through all that confusion and give you the perfect beginner's setup for 2026. A setup that is not only dead simple but completely future-proof. Part 1. The single most important decision your smart home, brain. Okay, before you even dream of clicking Add to Cart on a single smart gadget, we have to talk about the most important choice you'll make, your ecosystem. Think of the ecosystem as the brain, or the operating system for your entire home. It's the one app on your phone and the voice assistant you'll be talking to every day to control everything. Making this choice first is the golden rule because it saves you from the #1 mistake beginners make, ending up with a drawer full of expensive gadgets that don't speak the same language, forcing you to juggle a dozen different apps just to turn on a light. You've probably heard of the Big Three: Amazon Alexa, Google Home, and Apple HomeKit. In 2026, they are still the main players for anyone starting out, and honestly, they've each gotten really good. Let's break them down. Amazon Alexa. Think of Alexa as the undisputed king of compatibility. Its superpower is that it works with a staggering number of devices, over 140,000 and counting. If you have a family with a mix of iPhones and Androids, and you want the absolute biggest menu of gadgets to choose from at every price point, Alexa is your safest bet. The brains of the operation are the Echo devices, and setting up routines, which are your automations, is incredibly easy for beginners. The catch? The Alexa app can feel a bit busy, and Amazon isn't shy about using it to show you things to buy. Google Home. Powered by Google Assistant, this is the perfect fit for anyone already in the Google universe: Android users, Chromecast fans, and people who live by Google Calendar and Maps. Google's secret weapon is its artificial intelligence. By 2026, its voice assistant, boosted by Gemini AI, is fantastic at understanding normal, conversational language. You can talk to it more like a person and it gets the context, which just feels intuitive. Devices like the Nest Hub Max also offer a great visual interface for your home. The only real hesitation is Google's history of occasionally changing its mind about products and services, which can be a little unsettling. Apple HomeKit. If your top priority is privacy, full stop, then you're looking for Apple HomeKit. This is the walled garden of smart homes, built for households that are all in on Apple, iPhones, iPads, and Apple Watches. HomeKit is obsessed with security. It processes your commands locally on a device like a HomePod or Apple TV 4K instead of sending them to the cloud. This makes it super fast and secure. But that security has a price. Apple's strict certification means a smaller selection of compatible gadgets, and they often come with a premium price tag. So, what's the call for a beginner in 2026? For the vast majority of people, I strongly recommend starting with Amazon Alexa. Its unmatched device compatibility gives you the most flexibility and the most forgiving entry point into the smart home world. You just have way more options, which is a huge deal when you're just starting out and figuring out what you like. But wait, you're thinking, what about Matter? You've seen the little Matter logo on device boxes, promising that everything will just work together. And it's true, in 2026, Matter is a very big deal. It's a universal language that allows devices from different brands to communicate. Buying a gadget with the Matter logo means it should work with Alexa, Google, and Apple, which is fantastic for future-proofing. However, and this is key, Matter isn't a magic wand that solves everything. Think of it as a universal translator, not a new brain. You still need to choose a primary ecosystem, Alexa, Google, or Apple, to be your main control center for creating those cool automations. So while you should absolutely look for the Matter logo when you shop, your first, most important decision is still picking your ecosystem. Part 2. The easiest and most impactful first step: essential lighting. Okay, decision made. You've picked your brain. Now for the fun part, buying stuff. The absolute best place for any beginner to start is with smart lighting. Why? It's cheap, it's incredibly easy to install, and it delivers that immediate wow factor that makes your home feel smarter the second you set it up. Automating your lights can make your home more secure, save a little energy, and let you change the whole vibe of a room with a single command. You've got two main choices here: smart bulbs or smart switches. Smart bulbs. These are the definition of plug and play. You just screw a bulb into a lamp, connect it to your app, and you're done. Philips Hue has been the gold standard for years, and their starter kits are incredibly reliable. But by 2026, brands like Wiz and Govee are offering amazing, Matter-compatible color bulbs for as little as $10-15 each. The upside of bulbs is their simplicity and fun factor. You can change colors, dim them, and set scenes, like movie night. The big downside? The wall switch. If anyone in your house flips that switch off, the bulb loses power and becomes a dumb bulb again. It's a classic smart home problem. Smart switches and dimmers. A smart switch replaces the switch on your wall. Its huge advantage is that it's completely intuitive for everyone. The switch on the wall works like it always has, but now you also have smart control from your phone or voice assistant. This is the ultimate set it and forget it solution, especially for the main lights in a room. For reliability, Lutron Cassitol is widely seen as the undisputed champ. It uses its own super solid wireless signal that doesn't clog up your Wi-Fi. The main hurdle? Installation. Most smart switches need something called a neutral wire inside your wall's electrical box. Most homes built after the 1980s have one, but older homes might not. It's a simple 20-minute DIY job if you have one, but if you don't, you'll either need a special, no neutral required, switch or an electrician. So, what's the beginner's roadmap? Start with smart bulbs in a couple of lamps. Put a color bulb in your living room and maybe one on your nightstand. This gives you an instant taste of the magic with zero wiring. A Philips Hue starter kit is a fantastic, dependable place to start. Then, once you're hooked, upgrade the main lights in your most used rooms with smart switches. Start with the overhead lights in your kitchen or living room. A Lutron Cassitol dimmer starter kit is an investment, but it solves the "don't touch the switch" problem forever and pays off in pure reliability. Part 3. The next logical step: essential security. Once your lighting is sorted, the next best step is securing your home. Smart security is really about peace of mind. It's knowing who's at the front door and whether you remembered to lock it, all from your phone. For a beginner, let's focus on 3 game-changing devices: a smart lock, a video doorbell, and a few smart sensors. 1. The smart lock. A smart lock is one of the most empowering gadgets you can own. It lets you lock and unlock your door with your voice, your phone, or even have it lock automatically when you leave. No more digging for keys, no more worrying if you left the door unlocked. You can even grant temporary access to a friend or contractor without sharing a physical key. Installation is usually a 20-minute job with a screwdriver. In 2026, definitely look for one that's Matter certified. Brands like Yale, Schlage, and Aqara are making top-notch Matter-compatible locks. 2. The Video Doorbell. This is your home's digital gatekeeper. It replaces your old doorbell and gives you a live video feed of your front porch. When someone approaches or rings the bell, you get an alert on your phone and can see and talk to them from anywhere in the world. It's a huge security boost and the #1 deterrent for porch pirates. You'll choose between wired, more reliable, and battery-powered, easier to install. Brands like Ring, from Amazon, and Google Nest are excellent and integrate deeply with their ecosystems, while Arlo is a great option known for compatibility and high-quality video. 3. Smart sensors. These are the tiny, unsung heroes of the smart home. They're cheap, and they're what allow your other devices to get really smart. The two to start with are door, window sensors and motion sensors. Door and amp. Window sensors. Stick one of these small magnetic sensors on a door or window, and it will alert you if it's opened when you're away. It's basic, effective security. Motion sensors. A motion sensor can alert you to movement, but its real power is in automation. For example, you can have a motion sensor in a hallway automatically turn on the lights to a dim 10% when you walk by at night, just enough to see without being blinded. DIY security companies like SimpliSafe and Abode offer great sensor kits that work with Alexa and Google Assistant. These sensors are the connective tissue, letting your security and lighting systems work together to make your home more responsive. Part 4. Bringing it all together, the magic of your first automations, so now you have a few smart devices. You can tell your lights to turn on and unlock your door from your couch. That's cool, but it's not truly smart. The real magic happens when your devices work together automatically, without you even asking. These are called routines in the Alexa and Google Home apps, or automations in Apple Home. This is what makes you feel like you're living in the future, and it's easier than you think. Here are 3 powerful routines you can set up on day 1. 1. The Good Morning routine. Trigger when you dismiss your morning alarm. Actions. Your bedside lamp slowly brightens over 10 minutes. Your smart display tells you today's weather and your first calendar event. Your coffee maker, plugged into a smart plug, starts brewing. 2. The I'm leaving routine. Trigger. You say, "Hey Google, I'm leaving," or it triggers automatically when your phone leaves the house. This is called geofencing. Actions. All the smart lights turn off. The front door locks itself. Your thermostat goes into away mode to save energy. 3. The movie night routine. Trigger. You say, "Alexa, it's movie time." Actions. The living room lights dim to 15%. Your color bulbs change to a deep blue. Your TV and soundbar, plugged into a smart plug, turn on. These simple automations are the heart and soul of a smart home. They weave individual gadgets into a system that works for you, and it's where this whole thing really starts to pay off. Part 5. Common beginner pitfalls and AMP. How to avoid them. Building a smart home is easier than ever, but a few common traps can still cause major headaches. Here's how to sidestep them. Pitfall number 1. A weak Wi-Fi network. This is the #1 killer of smart homes, period. Your Wi-Fi is the backbone of everything. If it's slow or has dead spots, your devices will be laggy, disconnect, or just flat out fail. Before you buy a bunch of gadgets, invest in a modern mesh Wi-Fi system from a brand like Eero or Google Nest Wi-Fi. It will blanket your home in a strong, stable signal. Pitfall number 2. The neutral wire surprise. We talked about this with smart switches. Many of them require a neutral wire to stay powered. If you live in an older home, you might not have one in your switch boxes. Always check your wiring before you buy a smart switch. If you find you don't have a neutral wire, don't worry, just look for switches specifically sold as no neutral required, like some from Lutron. Pitfall number 3. Ignoring subscription costs. This is a big one for security devices. The price of a video doorbell or camera is just the beginning. Often, the most useful features, like saving video clips or getting alerts that know the difference between a person and a passing car, are locked behind a monthly subscription. These can range from $5 a month to much more for professional monitoring, so be sure to factor those recurring costs into your budget. Pitfall number 4. Relying only on the cloud. A few years ago, if your internet went down, your smart home went with it. Thankfully, this is changing, largely thanks to a protocol called Thread. Thread is a low-power network that lets your devices talk directly to each other, without needing to go through your Wi-Fi or the cloud. Many new Matter devices use Thread. This means even if your internet is out, your lights and sensors will still work locally. It makes your home faster and way more reliable. When you're shopping, prioritize devices that support Matter over Thread. See? Building a smart home in 2026 doesn't have to be some complicated, overwhelming mess. If you follow this simple framework, you can build a powerful and incredibly reliable system without the headache. To recap the roadmap, first, pick your one ecosystem. Choose Alexa, Google, or HomeKit to be your home's brain. That single decision makes everything else easier. Second, start with essential lighting. Grab a few smart bulbs for some instant fun, then install smart switches in your most important rooms for rock-solid reliability. Third, add essential security. A smart lock and video doorbell will give you incredible peace of mind and control. And finally, bring it all together with simple automations. A "good morning" or "I'm leaving" routine is what turns your collection of gadgets into a home that's actually smart. This setup is the perfect foundation, powerful on its own, but ready for you to expand whenever you want. You can add thermostats, smart blinds, or anything else down the line, knowing it will all fit into the core system you've already built. Now I want to hear from you. What's the one thing you're most excited to automate? Let me know down in the comments. And if this guide helped cut through the noise for you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. In our next video, we're going to explore some next-level automations you can build on top of this exact setup. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.